Hey YouTube, it's Asa'r. Okay, so I made a video about 4 o'clock this morning, about the Maori people of New Zealand. And this is talking about the original copper color indigenous Maori people of New Zealand. The correlation of what happened over here and what happened over there in New Zealand with the original indigenous, the real indigenous Maori over in New Zealand, it makes you think, it makes one wonder, how deep does this really go? Like, honestly, how deep does this go? Like, they have come to our lands, and I'm talking about the paleface, the European. I really don't even want to call them Europeans, because anyone that knows history, the original Europeans were copper color. But my thing is, we need to band together over here. When we become cognizant, we also need to help our copper color indigenous cousins, okay? And I said cousins because we are all one people, okay? One people. So it's safe to say cousins. We need to help our indigenous cousins of New Zealand, Australia, Japan, China, everywhere. We're copper color indigenous people. We are still here. Central America, South America. We need to help our cousins when we help ourselves. Because we are being written out of history. We are being taken out of history and being replaced. That is what the European paleface is doing. They're trying to do that. They're trying to rewrite us out of history so that they can be in history. Like I've said this in some of my Facebook videos, my Facebook Live videos. You have a people who come from nothing. They come from mountains. They come from caves. They come from below the 51st parallel. You have a people who come from nothing. And then you have the people, us, the melanated, prognostic aboriginals, the original people of the planet, us. They have figured out a clever, diabolical plan that they have been initiating for 5 centuries. We need to stop this genocide, both on paper and physical genocide of our people. I was watching a documentary about Hitler. And then I look at the history of this country. It was Jews. And I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm just saying. It was Jews over here that actually caused our genocide. I mean, Walter Plecker was a Jewish immigrant. A lot of them are behind our genocide on both paper and physically. They have been behind a lot of questionable things. And a lot of people are quick to run to their aid because of what happened in Germany. But then you have to think. Like Dane Calloway said, you have to question everything. And you have to actually question, what was Hitler's true motives? And he wrote down that the white Jews, and this is the words he used, were basically, to sum it up, they were evil. They were trying to take the land of the jewels of God, or terms he used, from here, from the true Jewish people here, as far as Hebrews, the real Hebrews here. He was referring to us. Wannigan gets credit for this because it was his documentary, and I've started to really sit there and actually think about it. He put every Jewish person in an internment camp. But you have to think, why did he initially do it? What was his true motives to doing it? And then I think about it. He was trying to save the world from them. Now, history writes that he was trying to take over the world. Okay, he may have been. That may or may not have been a partial motive, but he wanted to save the world. And he specifically targeted them. Sometimes you have to look beyond the lies. Actually, you need to look beyond lies all the time. But maybe he was on to something. And he failed in that. But we have to question everything that they have told us. Because let's face it, everything the Western civilization has told us, okay, has been a lie. So what would make Hitler's story an exception to that? It wouldn't be. Everything they taught was a lie. Everything they tell you is to mislead you or to confuse you or to keep you stupid. Period. So you have to question it all. And that goes with the Maori people. Why did they choose to hijack Turtle Island? Why did they choose to hijack New Zealand? But they left everyone else so almost to say they left some people intact and some they didn't leave intact. India, the Dravidians, they are still there. They are the original inhabitants of Hindustan, aka India. But they're treated like dirt in their own land, much like we are treated over here on our own land. Just like the original indigenous Maori people are treated over in New Zealand. We are the indigenous Niji of the planet. So what needs to happen is people need to become cognizant of the lies told and seek out the truth. Because the truth will set you free. A lie will keep you in darkness for eternity. Period. The Maori people have suffered the same fate we went through. We went through it first. We were the template. We were the freaking prototype. We need to become cognizant, all of us. When we become cognizant over here and on Turtle Island, aka North America, we need to help our cousins. We need to. Our other indigenous copper-colored Niji, our copper-colored cousins in all the other lands. Help them become cognizant too. It's not just us. This is global. Literally, it's global. From China all the way to the Americas. All the way stretching to Europe. It's global. They have a war against us for the sake of their survival. Because they will go extinct before we will. We have been here for hundreds of thousands of years, if not longer, possibly even millions of years. But minimal, we've been here hundreds of thousands of years. They've only been in existence for a little over 8,300 years. And they come from below the 51st parallel, below Africa, from the Eurasian Peninsula, aka Europe and Asia. Think, people. Wake up. All my people of the world. All my copper color. Wake up. Tribes Most High.